afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got another back row bargains we're going to review today. And guys, as far as back row bargains is concerned, this is a pretty nice one. This is a particular manufacturer you don't see that much of. This is an R-Vision Condor. The model is a 1310. It's a 33.5-foot Class A motorhome with a slide out. Under 20 grand, guys. It's getting hard to find a travel trailer with a slide out for under 20 grand, much less a fully self-contained motorhome. But guys, this one right here, not bad at all. And guys, it is miserably hot today. Show you real quick what we're dealing with. 119 degrees out here in this parking lot. Now, I've got the this actually has a generator. I've got the generator running. It's got 42,000 miles on it. Built on, this is the first generation Workhorse chassis with a 454 V8. Runs great. We drove it up from middle Georgia, just south of Atlanta up here. It did great. It does have a 5,000 watt Onan Emerald generator. Last year you could get an Emerald, I think. Probably one of the most dependable gas generators Onan ever made. With only 580 hours on it, it fires right up and runs great. Now, I've had it out here hooked on shore power for a while because I wanted to get the refrigerator cold and make sure it gets cold and have the air on for a while to cool it off, and it does. But I did just fire the generator up. It runs great. It's a little loud like all the old Emeralds were, but it works. And this is a back row bargain. So, you know, to keep the price down, we sell it 100% as is. What works, works. What doesn't, doesn't. And we are not fixing a thing on it. So I'm going to show you what I see is good on it, what's bad, what works, and what I see doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, everything looks good. I mean, a couple light bulbs don't work, but maybe light bulbs are burnt out, but air conditioner's cold, generator works, refrigerator, freezer's cold, even the water system's pressurized. Don't think you're going to have much of an issue. I mean, I still want you to come look at it, inspect it yourself, but for $19,900, you're not going to beat this anywhere else. Let's look inside, and the outside's actually in good shape. Power steps work, and y'all saw how hot it was out here, almost 120 degrees. Officially, heat index is 108. So keep that in mind, guys. It is hot in these RVs. It's about 10 to 15 degrees hotter in these RVs than it is outside ambient temperature. Look in here, and I know it doesn't seem like it's that much cooler, but that's, you know, most RV air conditioners are only designed to be 25 degrees cooler than the ambient outside temperature. So and to me, it feels like it's 40 degrees cooler after being outside in that heat. I mean, it feels great. So obviously the air conditioner works. It is missing the little vent right here, so you can probably pick up one of those on Amazon or eBay or something like that. Up here in the front cab, no check engine lights, no warning lights. Generator's 581 hours, no smoke or pet odors. Does have leveling jacks. I haven't tried those out yet. It does have power windows, power locks. Backup camera works great. It is missing a TV, which, I mean, you can build you a panel, put you a flat screen TV there if you have to have it. It's no big deal. Heck, the TV's the last thing I'll worry about when I buy a used motorhome. I know a lot of people make a mountain out of a molehill, like I call it, but I worry about a million other things before I worry about a $100 or $250 TV. But, and you can see, guys, this thing's actually pretty clean, not smoked up, no pet odors. Carpet looks great, but it does have a couple of small stains in it. Looks like somebody spilled some juice or something right there. Other than that, it looks great. The upholstery looks great. This is a lot of motorhome for under 20 grand. You do have a sofa. Oh, I just sit here underneath this AC for a while, guys. You've got a sofa and a table booth that makes a bed. Wouldn't be able to get much showing done, would I? They did remove this light right here, and they wired up a 12-volt hookup with some USB chargers. Got some books and manuals. 3-burner stovetop. I mean, water system pressurizes, works. I mean, so we're good there. Cabinets look good. Freezer I've had on for a couple hours. Actually, more than a couple hours. Now, if I could find out what pocket I put my... I feel like Batman sometimes with all the stuff I have in my pockets. You can see -10 degrees. Obviously, the freezer works. And the refrigerator still dropping, but we're at 47 degrees. We're going to walk toward the back. And it does just have one AC, but it is set up if you want to add a second one here in the back. But it's still pretty cool back here compared to what it did when I first came in it this morning, guys. By 10 o'clock this morning, well over 100 degrees in here. And you can add a second AC if you want to. It does have a 50 amp generator, 50 amp electrical service. They did leave the TV back here that they've added. Queen bed in the back. Overhead storage underneath the windows look good. You got a big closet here in the hallway. Bathroom. This is a clean old motorhome. The only reason we're as-ising this thing, guys, is just the year and the price. You know, I just my RV techs, the few I have, just don't have the time really to do a checkout on a 23-year-old motorhome for under 20 grand. It just doesn't make financial sense for me to do that. Now, if this was, say, $29,900, yeah, I would probably do a full checkout. And if it was a few years newer, yeah, I probably would. But for a 2000 model, I'm just going to let somebody have a good deal on it, because pretty much everything we check on it works, guys. You know, even with a full checkout, we only check the roof air, obviously works. We check the refrigerator, freezer, it works. We make sure you got the water systems work. You saw water coming out of the faucet. We drove it two plus hours up here. Obviously, it runs and drives great. So pretty much everything that in the slide out obviously works, or we wouldn't have it out. So, hey, pretty much all that's good. So 100% as is, where is. Come look at it for yourself, inspect it for yourself before deciding if it's the right one for you or not. Again, it is a back row as is special, back row bargain, 19.9 haggle free firm. I don't care how you pay for it, cash, trade, or if you want to go to your bank or credit union and get a loan on it, that's entirely up to you. This being a 2000 model, we don't have financing available. It's too old for our lenders to loan money on. If you're wanting something inexpensive to take RVing, this is a great choice. If you want something that you want to remodel, you know, I know a lot of people are into stripping these older motor homes down, replacing the furniture, painting the walls, redoing the cabinets, modernizing them, making them into like an Airbnb, making them, I guess, modern art, whatever you want to call it. This is a great choice because it's going to be worth $19,900 for the next few years you take care of it. It's got low miles, no check engine lights, it runs good, it drives good. To be a 23-year-old motorhome, you couldn't ask for it to be in much nicer condition than this. Now, is it perfect? Of course not. I mean, like I said, you're missing that little vent. You got a few lights that are out. Probably just need bulbs, I'm assuming. Got a few stains on the carpet. But, you know, Most important thing is, hey, generator runs, freezer, refrigerator gets to operating temp, the roof air is cold, it runs and drives. Anything else, and the water system pressurizes, y'all can handle anything else after that, guys. Honestly, you can handle anything else after that for the kind of money you're saving. It's $19,900 while it lasts. Haggle free firm. If you're interested in this motorhome, give us a call. 706-965-7929. Call before coming to look. Make sure it's available. I don't think this will last long, guys. The fact that, you know, I've already had this thing out here running for a while, and it's almost kind of full tank of gas. Well, it's between 3/4 and a full tank of gas. That's worth a lot in today's prices. So definitely, guys, you know, if you're wanting a starter motor home, or just something that, hey, I want to save a little money, fix it up, make it my own, and get in one a lot cheaper than buying one already ready to go, this is it. Decent unit. I don't think you're going to beat it for the price. And, you know, guys, let me tell you something. You go to Rip Off World or any of these other RV dealerships, say, hey, I want a low mileage Class A motorhome with a slide that the generator works on with no leak damage, with a cold roof air, with a cold refrigerator and freezer, with a functioning slide out and a functioning water system for under 20 grand out plus tax. And let me know what they say. They'll laugh you out the door. Says, yeah, you better invent a time machine and go back in time about 10 years. Not here, guys. You know, we don't have the markup these other dealers do. We don't have to. Everything we own's paid for. We've been in business since 1968. The benefit of that to you is, well, guys, we don't have to get rich on everything we sell. We don't spend millions of dollars a year in advertising. We don't have a $10 million showroom with a Starbucks coffee shop in it. We don't sponsor college football bowl games and NASCAR races with billboards everywhere and TV commercials all over the place. You know, when you go to dealers that do all that, guys, that creates massive amounts of overhead. And that overhead has to be paid by the people that buy products from that business. It's simple economics, guys. The more a business spends, the more they have to make just to break even. So when you go to a small mom and pop independent dealer like us, we don't spend a ton of money, guys. We don't have to. We let our prices do the advertising for us. We let our RVs do the advertising for us. So we don't have to get rich on every one of these, guys, so we can sell them for less because we spend less. Now you go to those big corporate dealerships, this save motorhomes another 8 to 10 grand more. But not here. $19,900 while it lasts. If you're interested, give us a call. Haggle free firm. Okay, how you pay for it, and as is, where is, just as it sits. You know, we will allow you to come down here. We'll plug it up to shore power. You can crank it, or you can crank the generator up, run everything off it, do your own inspection, hire a third-party inspection service. Whatever you want to do, guys. Come Monday through Friday, you can test drive it. We don't do Saturday test drives. And if it's cool with you and it meets your approval, pay for it with certified funds, cash, cashier's check, or wire transfer, and take it home with you the same day. Don't get no easier than that, does it? Of course, keep in mind, guys, refrigerator takes several hours to get to operating temp. So, and of course, you know, when it's hot as it is right now, that air conditioner is going to take it several hours to cool it off in here. So plan your trip accordingly. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Just a quick video. Probably the only one I do today. I am this heat's kind of getting to me. I'm not gonna lie. Today I doubt I'll do another video, just to try to stay out of it as much as I can. Thank y'all for watching. I thought, hey, this was a great unit to put on today. I thought for $19,900, where are you going to beat a motorhome like this for that price? Good miles, no check engine light, drives good, runs good, generator runs good. I mean, wow. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than most motorhomes I've seen for $19,900. Yeah, you got to put a TV in it. Yeah, you may have a little spot right here on the back of the seat where they didn't put the seat all the way up before bringing the room in and out a couple of times, but who cares? It's 23 years old. It's not perfect, but Come out, take a look at it for yourself, see what you think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment, share on social media, and come out and visit with us. I actually got 3 or 4 older motorhomes like this in this price range on the Back Row Bargains lot, which is the as-is specials. Really save you some money. And this is the way I learned about RVing, guys. And I don't say this much, but for your first RV, I know a lot of people, I guess, who wasn't raised the way I was. Not talking bad about anybody, but this is how I made my bones, was buying older RV. This is how I learned. I believe that to really enjoy something, you have to learn the basics about it, how to work on it yourself, at least as much as possible. And the best way to learn on something like this is on a motorhome like this. This is how you learn. Hey, this is your first RV. This is a great way to get your feet wet. You're not investing a lot of money. This is something that you can feel confident to work on yourself when something goes wrong. You're not taking a chance on messing up a $150,000 motorhome. You know, you're getting on YouTube, you're Googling, you're learning how to do these things, how to rewire this or fix that, or whatever problems may occur, or modifying this or upgrading that. This is a great way to learn without risking a lot of money. Everybody's first RV should be a work in progress, I think, in my opinion. I think you really appreciate the nicer RVs you buy from that point on by learning how to do stuff like that. And not only that, guys, but you know, it keeps you from getting ripped off in the future by having that knowledge. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like your first car. You know, as teenagers, at least in my generation, you know, we did a lot of, we had auto shop class in high school, learned how to work on cars. So, and I know after my generation, that kind of went away. And you go to these great big auto mechanic places, and you know, you're there getting an oil change or something like that, and you hear them come in there and they do these upsells where they talk about these motor flushes and all this stuff, these people in the waiting room, trying to get them to spend hundreds of more dollars than a $40 oil change or $50 oil change. And you're shaking their head because you know it's all BS. And you want to say something, but you don't. But it's kind of like that, guys. If you know the basics on how to work on this, and if you have work done in the future somewhere else, you can kind of protect yourself from getting ripped off from a mechanic or RV tech. That's probably, I'm not, you know, from trying to sell you stuff you really don't need. And you do run into that sometimes, just like, sorry about that, guys. Got an overheat warning on my camera. Even with the air on, it's still get overheat warning on these GoPros. What I was getting at, guys, by knowing that knowledge and by learning, by buying your first RV, by learning how to work on your first RV, that kind of gives you that background to keep from getting ripped off. And you know, and I'm not saying RV techs are like that. You know, 90% of them are not, but there's always that 1 out of 10 that is, or that 1 out of 10 shops that are. That, you know, hey, these people are out of town, they're first-time RV owners, they don't know any better, let's get them for every penny we can. And I've run across that before, guys, and I don't want to see people fall victim to those pirates. So, you know, that's why it's good, your first RV, if you're able to, you know, physically able to, learn to work on them and just kind of at least get some basic repair skills, and that's skills any RV owner needs to have. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. And 19.9 Back Row Bargain as is. Come take a look at it. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.